Hey, what's going on? It's your boy KQKC Boxing. That's right, newly decorative channel. Yes, sir. Talking about the current state of boxing. And I thought I'd do just a little chat with you all today because I enjoyed myself with that fight last night. Great fight, close fight. Canelo barely pulled it out. If it wasn't for the last round, maybe the last minute of the round, if he didn't have more energy than Triple G would have won that fight. Now, they had Canelo winning by basically 2 points, and one round. So if Canelo would have got off to a slow start, which he didn't, Triple G would have won that fight. Now, if Triple G would have went to the body, as I try to tell everybody there at the fight, he would have won that fight. But it's kind of tricky. See, it's tricky for the judges. See, the judges, what they do, they pretty much count points and what landed, what isn't. We all know what judges do. Now, Canelo was going to the body and he was showing more aggression. He was coming forward. He didn't even get backed up maybe one time, and that was because he got hit with a big blank uppercut. I'm sorry. So, therefore, that what pretty much backed him up. But for some reason, now, Abel Sanchez said that Triple G did not follow the game plan. Now, I don't know how true that is, saving face, your charge did not fight like you're supposed to. I don't know. But I do know this. Triple G was pretty much showing his age because in between rounds, he would take a deep breath. Then around the 10th, 11th, pretty much close to the championship rounds, airbox, he'd throw a combination. Beautiful combination now. He was trying to, box like a technical boxer last night. When I said that, I meant that. And it was, it was beautiful when he did it. He threw the jab out there and he was working the jab. But we all know what happens when you go to the body. And Canelo went to the body from round 1 all the way to 12. And we know what happens when you go to the body. You bring your hands, what? Down. That's why Triple G face is looking the way it looks today and yesterday, because he left himself open too much, and Canelo, being a faster and younger fighter, capitalized on it. And boy, did he capitalize on it. So, like I said, I'm not biased or anything like that, and I understand the racism and all that that was involved with Golden Boy. But everything was great. It was from non-stop, from the beginning to the 12th round. Now, come the 12th round, both of them was exhausted. I thought Triple G would have pretty much get knocked out around the 10th, around the 9th round, I thought. But Triple G came back. I mean, don't know where he found it from, but he mustered up some energy and some power shots. And boy, he took the 10th and 11th round, but he lost the 12th. And he needed that 12th round, and he would have been the winner. Now, Jamal Charlo, Jamal Charlo is Triple G's mandatory. Now, can he be Cinnamon mandatory? I don't know, but I believe so. Now, some channels think he is, so I'm not going by that, but if he was Triple G's mandatory and Triple G lost, then basically before the fight started, he's either one of those winner, whoever the winner was, he would be their mandatory. If I'm not mistaken, because yesterday, Canelo won the belt. And that's what I want to talk about, unification fights. We need more unification fights in boxing. Boxing, first of all, lost its way. We know we've been absent from boxing for quite some time, especially in the heavyweight division. And Klitschko came in just in time. Now, it's not his fault that there wasn't no one out there that could beat him, or someone out there that was that great, that big, and that strong at that time. But now that time is over with. We talking about heavyweights like Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. We have Gerald Miller. I mean, we got what's his name? Dylan White. So we have great heavyweights now. That's why the heavyweight division is just heating up. It's heating up like never before. I mean, sure, we had Mike Tyson and Larry Holmes, and we had those type of fighters. Now, someone asked me last night, what is the difference in the heavyweights of yesteryear versus the heavyweights today? And this was my answer. This is KQKC personal answer. The fighters from yesteryear, in other words, the fighters from the past, they weren't no punks. I'm going to tell you right now. They wasn't no punks. They wasn't hollering, you pay me this and I'll fight this. They fought whoever you put in front of them. Mike Tyson, quote and unquote, said he never turned down a fight, no matter who the fighter was. Never turned down the fight. Doesn't matter if they was the top contender or the last in the rankings. He will fight him. And, of course, Buster Douglas knocked his ass out. Because Buster Douglas, he wasn't no top upper tier heavyweight. And he ended up losing the belt, I believe, very shortly after that fight. So then I went on and said that the heavyweights today are punk motherfuckers. I said it just like that because it's like that. Because I hate to use this as an example, but look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, of his fault, no fault of his own, I fault his management team, and his promoter. Punk ass Eddie Hearn tried to play Deontay Wilder, try to get him peanuts to fight his guy, trying to discredit his WBC belt, which is most prestigious belt anyone can ever have in the boxing ranks. It doesn't matter if it's heavyweight all the way down to bantamweight. It doesn't matter. That green belt is special. Now, I'm not knocking the other governing bodies, but what I'm saying is real, is true, is what's happening. Now, heavyweights like Deontay Wilder, great boxer. He need to work on his fundamentals. He need to work on his range. And when he gets someone in trouble, he have to keep composure and keep his game tight, because he can get countered when he thinks somebody really, really hurt, but they might not be really, really that hurt. And next thing you know, somebody will come off with a wild shot like Ortiz did. You know, it just, thank God, Ortiz ran out of air or was tired as hell. And Deontay Wilder, you know, heavy-handed he is. You know, it doesn't matter how tired he is from all the blows he was taking. He just can throw a punch and still knock your ass out. And that's what happened. And actually, that boosts one of the reasons why his profile shot up through the roof. That, along with channels like mine and the LDBC and 78 Sports and et cetera, et cetera. Now, that's why Sean Porter, his father, came out to defend him about being scared of Earl Spence. That's because we want to see some unification fights. But how can we see unification fights if they can't force these guys to unify? That's why I believe that they should start forcing these fighters to unify. Now, how they can go about doing it, I don't know. But they know who the crowd or who the boxing fans want to see fight. Everybody want to see Spence and Crawford fight. That fight gonna happen. I believe it will, but it won't happen now. It will happen maybe in 2020 or some shit like that. So that is what I'm trying to convey to people. Unification fights are missing in boxing. Everyone want either more money or some kind of special venue, or they want to fight this place or whatever, and you know, the A side and the B side, you know, all this bullshit. You know, just get in the motherfucking ring. You put your belt up against my belt, and we throw down, and we see who the winner is. Now, I'm not talking about jumping up 20 weight classes. I ain't talking about jumping up even 2 weight classes. I'm talking about the IBF welterweight champion versus the WBC welterweight champion, or the WBO, IBO. It doesn't fucking matter. Just unify. That's all I'm asking. When can we see those fights? Now, I'm going to tell you this. Every promoter that's out there right now, I don't know about Golden Boy, but every promotion company has scored a deal on TV or apps or whatever you want to call it. So therefore, it's generating more money. So if they generating more money, we should see what? More fights, right? We should have a fight on every week. Now, we have a brother named Al Heyman. Very smart brother. Over the PBC. They partnered up with Showtime, Fox Sports Channel, Fox Sport Network. I believe they're around 125 million per year available cash to spend. That is enough money to put on unification fights or fights, period. Hell, if I can't get a unification fight, I want to at least see the top 1 and 2 of each division fight. They can make that happen. It's enough money for everybody. As the Charlos always say, it's enough money for everybody to fucking eat. But speaking of the Charlos, now those one guys that's blatantly, or whatever you want to call it, not scared to fight anybody. Some people say they're arrogant. Some people say they are too bold, this and that. But you have to understand, they from the South. They're black. They great boxers. And when you got that, all that together, I mean, you get aggressive. You're aggressive, and you talk like that. You're sure of yourself. And I like that. I like that aggressive shit. I like somebody that just tell it like it is and back the shit up. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, keep running your mouth. When they came out with that shit, them t-shirts, keep running your mouth. And he knocked that motherfucker out. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's backing up your shit. Now, don't get out there and get it twisted. Talking shit, this and that, blah, blah, and get knocked out. Just like Dominic Brazil. Okay, he has a problem with Deontay Wilder. Not only being his mandatory and not being relevant to Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder just brushed him off his shoulder and keep on walking. Like, hey, you're a bum. You ain't in my league. Bye. Or he's talking shit about his wife or kids, whatever. So Dominic Brazil, I guess he called himself being mad. So he want to come out to Deontay Wilder. Well, Wilder probably just want that to happen. But you better be ready for the comeback. It's called a counterpunch. And he has a great ass right. So now, me, myself, Brazil can't take a punch. He remind me of Amir Khan. Amir Khan cannot take a shot. Matter of fact, speaking of Amir Khan, I mean, he won't fight Kell Brook. For some reason, he wants the big fight. I don't know, he think he's retiring or he never got the big fights, which he didn't. He wanted to fight Mayweather, and he knew he couldn't beat Floyd, but he wanted to fight him for the money, Now, there you go again. The money. Everybody wants the money. Sean Porter now, he's acting an ass because he won the WBC. Now, the WBC chairman, the Suleimans, ordered him to fight Earl Spence next. But when would that be? What's next? Next after his mandatory? Or next like when he fight next year? Or next, I mean, it can mean many things. I've seen a quote where Sean Porter said it won't be Earl Spence's fault if I don't fight him next. Now, how the Suleimans feel about that, I don't know. But that's fucking fucked up. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because when you're supposed to have a mandatory, you have to fight your mandatory. And that's another thing the governing bodies need to do. Allow them to fight their mandatories. Because if they don't fight their mandatories, then boxing just going out the windows. And they don't start unifying some of these titles. You know, the meaning of boxing going out the window. If they don't fight because they don't have enough money, or the payday or the purse, whatever ain't big enough, boxing going out the window. The governing body is the key to all this shit. They can take a belt, or they can make a fight, or make you negotiate for a fight. Now, I'm not talking about like the WBO, because I'm not talking about how they did Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Now, how true it is, I don't know. But Eddie Hearn claimed that they only had 24 hours to make a fight with Deontay Wilder, or he had to fight Povetkin. Well, Deontay Wilder didn't make the fight, but he didn't lose the belt either, and he didn't make the fight right away with Povetkin. So I don't know, was it a lie to get Deontay Wilder to get peanuts, or trying to, you know, muster him or muscle him into signing a bullshit contract? You know, what kind of shit is that? If it's a draw, there's no rematch. Well, we seen last night how stupid that shit sound. Because I thought it was a draw last night, and I was like, man, it's gonna have to be a third fight. Because when you come off a draw, you know, or a close fight, you have to fight that man again. It has to be a clear, precise winner. That's how KQKC feel about it. Look at Floyd Mayweather and Marcos Maidana, the first fight. Now, everybody believes Maidana won that fight. Now, I don't. Why? Because I know boxing, and I know every blow Maidana was throwing and bouncing off of Floyd's head and shit, Floyd was sneaking in the little pot shots. You know, something like when Keith Thurman was on the ropes and Sean Porter was working him. Keith Thurman popping in the middle, popping in the middle, popping in the middle. That is called a power shot. Everything except a jab, remember? So, therefore, we need more of that. We need to say, hey, look, we don't see a clear, precise winner. And Floyd, he has sense enough to look at everybody like, you know, hey, damn, you know, I won, but y'all don't think so? So, for the sake of his legacy, for the sake of his arrogancy, he made it another fight. And he made Marcos Maidana rich and retired. And Floyd won that clearly and precisely. So therefore, that's why you fight again off a damn draw. You know, anybody knows that. A casual boxing fan knows that. Now, getting back to unification fights. I'm sorry, but some people have to start getting fined, or maybe drop some belts or get some belts snatched. But, or I mean, the governing bodies have to get on their job and start ordering these unification fights. I mean, you can't make fighters fight. I know that, but give the boxing public what they want. That's all. Earl Spence is dying to collect all those belts in the welterweight division. If he can get them all set up in a row, he's going to fight each and every one. Then some people say, well, he got the belt. What are you going to do? Like Terrence Crawford. You know, he moved his ass up. Because I predict he was going to move up in 2 years or less. Because why? He's the boogeyman of the welterweight division. And a lot of people are going to be ducking and dodging. He's no hype job like Triple G. A lot of people stepped aside and didn't want to fight Triple G. Some people stepped up and wanted to fight Triple G just for the money. Danny Jacobs, great fighter. Terrific fighter. But he doesn't hit hard enough to beat a Triple G. He's more a finesse type fighter. So therefore, he did it for the money. I know he did. Then this damn nonsense of Floyd Mayweather fighting Pacquiao again. Now, I don't know, he putting it out there just to see what the public think or might say about it or talk about it or want to see it. You know, I don't know. Maybe him and Manny talked and say, this is what I'm going to say on camera. So we all know Manny Pacquiao has a tax problem. And that's what's really so fucked up about it. He gave Top Rank one of the best fights Top Rank ever had. And many more. And Top Rank doing what they always usually do. They kick their fighters to the curb on certain instances, especially when they have another up-and-coming star, like Terrence Crawford. Oh, he would get his too, just like Mikey Garcia and Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he would get his too. Watch. Because, see, you have to understand, Top Rank boss, Bob Arum, he's from the old school. He's not an Al Heyman. I seen Al Heyman contract as advisor. He looks out for his fighters. He's doing what promoters should have been doing for years. We all know the Don King era. Well, that's the same era with Bob Arum in. Don King was his teacher, put it that way. And he learned well. There's no fucking way that Manny Pacquiao should be in any financial trouble. Living in the Philippines is not an expensive place to live. And he made a lot of money, but not quite as much as he should have made. Now, Floyd and him fought. And Floyd made a lot of money, and it all went to him. But Top Rank had it set up where a percentage goes to the promoter. I'm talking about not your regular percentage. It was like an extra percent going to the promoter. Then, of course, your team and the fees and the taxes, just like the pay-per-view. That's why people choose pay-per-view, because that's money on the back end. You don't get that right away, and you have to pay taxes on it. But if it's a great pay-per-view buys, I mean, pay-per-view alone will make you very, very wealthy. So, therefore, the governing bodies need to secure not only unification fights and make these unification fights more available. That's why they're doing these deals. They pretty much gonna phase out the networks. Now, I don't know about Showtime and PBC because they partnered up together. But I know the venues, they trying to pretty much tie down most of these promoters. Look at PBC. The Barclays Center officially named that their hub, their East Coast boxing hub. Now, that's a great accomplishment for Al Heyman. Even that big deal with Sports Fox, that's a big deal. And Sports Fox Network. Now, there's plenty of money out there. Plenty of money out there on everybody's sides. I mean, you got Top Rank with this ESPN Plus. You got PBC with Fox. Now, Golden Boy, I'm not for sure about them because they only had one fight on the undercard last night. And they try to ad-lib damn near an hour of talking while the fighters were getting ready. What happened? I don't know. But I know HBO is pretty much down in the dumps now. Now, Golden Boy, they haven't made no major moves. I mean, what you expect when the promoter is on drugs, walking around dressing like a woman, won't address the racist comments that his own staff wrote, and mostly his fighters in the gym are Hispanic. No racism intended, but all you want to do is promote Hispanic fighters, and that's not a great appeal because a Hispanic fighter that doesn't show that much, they can be good fighters, but they can't speak English. So what that means, they are marketable. That's what it means. They cannot market them like they do on Canelo. Now, he lucked up on Canelo. Canelo cannot speak a lick of English. And he been fighting over here for I don't know how damn long. And also, his record. I question his record. Because we all know that they fight a lot of fights in Mexico. I mean, a lot of fights. Now, how many have he actually won? How many have he actually lost? How many he ever actually fought? So what they did, I think they padded his resume to make him look, I think he had more than one loss. The loss he had against Floyd Mayweather. I really believe he had at least 5 to 10 losses out of so many fights they had. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Now, KQKC, always keep it real. And I'm going to keep it real today and tonight and right now. I enjoyed that fight last night. Yes, I did. That basically was a unification fight. Yes, sir. The unification fights, in my book, is the most exciting fights compared to just a regular fight. Now, sure, you can have some good fights out there that's not unification. Sure, but it's more exciting. More money can be generated by unifying. Do you know how much money? Well, that's one thing I will say about matchroom boxing. They know their dollars and cents. And they know that if Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder right now, they claim it's an $80 million fight. But in 2 years, it'll be worth $200 million. They right. But the boxing public is not going to wait for 2 years. We've been through this shit with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. We don't want to go through this shit again. That's the fight we want to see, and that's the fight we need to see, and that's the fight should be seen within a year with no bullshit in the game. Eddie, if you can't do it and can't deal with it and they don't want to fuck with you, then put somebody else in that position to negotiate. You must be the boss of matchroom boxing, you and your daddy. Somebody else can negotiate better than you, our son. So, therefore, make it happen. But right now, you all pissed Deontay Wilder off, and he don't even want to answer the fucking phone. Shelly Finkel, y'all talked about that man so bad that he really like, fuck y'all. Let that shit answer service pick up. That's what Eddie Hearn means, that how can I make a deal? They won't pick up the phone. Don't they know how this could be a massive fight? You know, I already had the state of Wimbledon for April. If we don't get Wilder, we might have to fight a White. You know, yeah, in your own stable, of course, yeah. So you're gonna get money either way, right? Okay. But you fucked up with Wilder. And Wilder told you to fuck you and kiss his ass. Lulu Bella, he said he known you for years, you and your daddy. You always been a pissant motherfucker. Hey, I'm just repeating. Allegedly, that's what you was, according to Lulu Bella. You know, hey, like I told everybody, KQKC keeps it real. And that's what they think about Eddie Hearn. Now, he's in a catch fucking 22. Why? Because the UK people are catching on now. They see what happened now. I'm not getting as much hate comments no more once you put it out there what exactly happened. And he praying that Shirley Finkel don't put out the emails or the so-called contract that is a draw, then it's no rematch. That's bullshit. So therefore, what he do? He enlists a few people to get out there and shit on the Wilder and Fury fight. But it didn't work. See? And he knew it didn't work. So that's why he said, well, I really would like for Fury to win because, you know, he's my countryman. Bullshit. You don't want him to win. Then he turned around and says, well, Wilder will probably win because Fury hasn't fought in so long that it's impossible for him to. But Johnny Nelson, his countryman, claimed that Tyson Fury wouldn't took the fight if he didn't know that he can beat Deontay Wilder. Ooh, don't this sound just exciting? Isn't this a good fight you want to see? Yes, it is. I don't care what anyone says. This is one reason Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is why Anthony Joshua fight with Povetkin. One of the reasons why they did not sell out. Now, the other reason is because they know Eddie Hearn number now. No more fucking scalping and giving your friends all these tickets just to boost up. Oh man, we did 90,000. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even think Anthony Joshua did 70,000. They just what they put out there. And for some reason, the UK people are so delusional. They are so hypnotized about boxing and Eddie Hearn that they believe every word he says without even fact checking. You know, I mean, if a motherfucker doing 90,000 every fight, he should be rich as fuck. I'd be like, well, fuck this, all this taking this punishment. Man, I got money up the ass. No, fuck boxing. I don't care how much you love boxing. You should be a billionaire by now if you're selling out 90,000, which is a lie. Yeah, you might give away 90,000 tickets, but they got Eddie Hearn number now. So it's going to be a lot of lowball tickets now. Now, all this coach packages and all this shit, I don't know what that means. I know over here in America, coach means lower standard. Okay? Other words, it's cheaper than first class. Hey, that's how America works, baby. All right? You know, I know I'm supposed to talk about unification, and this should be a unification fight. This is unification fight I'm talking. But it seems like Eddie Hearn is not a dumb guy. You know, I will admit that. He's not a dumb promoter. He knows what he wants. He have ideas. He want to go for it. They work out fine. They don't, fine. But he did not do his clear, precise homework. Why I say that? Because he didn't. Don't he know? And I mean, the Boston Clinic went over this. I went over this so many times that I'm tired of talking about it. The United States of these America do not, I repeat, do not put boxing before our major sports like the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, Major League Baseball, the NHL, the National Hockey League, NBA, the National Basketball Association. They used to have the ABA, the NFL, National Football League, all that. I mean, come on. Then you have boxing down, way down low. So the money is here in America now because we are a big country. We are a massive country. But he didn't understand that shit. He thought he'd come over here, flash a little money, and get rich off of everybody else fighter or fighter. You know. So he didn't do his homework, or somebody in his camp didn't do their homework, because it's not that easy. And now he see that. See, you're a guest in this country. You're on a guest pass. Your days are numbered. The money you borrowed, you got to pay that shit back. And so far, you're doing a horrible job. You lost 2 purse bids. You fucked up the fight with Wilder and Joshua. Now you talking about bringing us a $10 a month app? for some goddamn Bellator, for some goddamn amateurs, for Jesse Vargas, and drop out Demetrius Andre? You know, I mean, that's not even worth $10. Maybe fucking 10 cents. But who want to buy an app full of amateurs and B-level fighters? We know PBC, what they got. They got all the champions over there in all different weight classes. Al Heyman is an advisor, but he works sometimes in a promoter position. And under his contractual agreement with the fighters, they can go and get promoted by Top Rank or whoever. But in theory, the contract they signed, he still get a piece of that purse, no matter where they fucking fighting at, Japan or wherever. He gets a piece of that purse. He get a piece of that pie. Now, are you smarter than him? Hell no. And if anybody ever say you are, they're a damn lie. Because for some reason, you knew that America, the money is over here. You know we are a bigger country. But you didn't know it was going to be that hard, did you? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because you fucked up. You fucked up big time. And now your own countrymen, as you call it, your own mates, now they know. They finally catching on. Because I couldn't figure this shit out last month. I said, why are these guys over in the UK so delusional? They love boxing that much that they're really going to believe what this corny, prep school, Ricky Stroller looking motherfucker say. Then he finally came out where actually his daddy, Barry Hearns, finally came out and said, well, we really didn't want the fight. We really didn't want to do it right now because it's worth 80 million right now. But in 2 years, it's going to be worth 200 million, which is true. But America is not that patient anymore. Florida and Manny, they fucked that up. We waited 5 years for that fight. And guess what happened? We was disappointed, right? Because they both was counter punchers. So they both standing there waiting on each other to throw. So one could throw back. And it turned out to be what? A boring fight. Styles make fights. We all know that. And with Deontay Wilder style and Anthony Joshua style, that would have been a hell of a fight. I'm talking about right now. Don't you know how big that would have been to close out 2018 with a fucking bang? I'm talking about on Showtime. Oh, man. Like the British say, it would have been a massive, massive fight. But, as usual, Mr. Hearn, they fucked that up. I mean, they went in with a bad attitude. That's what happened. I mean, hey, KQKC got to keep it real. They knew they had a deal with Wimbledon. They knew they did. They had a 3-fight deal with Wimbledon. They knew that. Now, one fight, they finna, the first fight, they finna use Povetkin for that one. Now, they was planning on using Deontay Wilder for the April deal with Wimbledon. But they fucked up so bad that Deontay Wilder won't even answer the motherfucking phone. And I don't blame him. And Shelly Finger like, man, fuck Eddie Hearn. Let the answer server pick that shit up. Because he tried to play. He tried to play them. He tried to give a WBC heavyweight champion of America peanuts. That's what he was trying to do. He went in with a bad damn attitude. That would have been one of the best unification fight, maybe in the last few years. Two big heavyweights fighting for 4 belts. 4 belts now, count them. But if you wasn't scared to fight Deontay Wilder, then you would have fought him. I mean, who don't want the green belt? Who don't want the WBC belt? Just tell me. That's one of the most prestigious belts in boxing. Like I said, no offense against the other governing bodies, IBF, WBO, IBO, WBA. No offense. But the WBC always have been and always will be the most prestigious belt you can have. I mean, I'm not talking about the WBC silver. I'm talking about the WBC gold belt. Now, if you win that one, you know, you pretty much recognized as a damn good fighter. Now, look how Deontay Wilder profile had raised up. Now, he can thank Eddie Hearn for that, and he can thank that channels like mine, the LDBC, for 78 Sports, Blue Blood, Dante Boxing Nation. I can go on and on. So therefore, that's why Deontay Wilder is doing interviews with people like us, because he that old Southern hospitality, you know. So they doing big things in the South, Texas, Jamal Charlo, Earl Spence, Regis Prograis, Brant. You got Deontay Wilder, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know, the South is doing their thing. You know, the South is making a mark. Not only in rap, but in boxing, football. I've always been there in football. So, therefore, this side of the street, the PBC. Now, Terrence Crawford, he's across the street, as Earl Spence said. Now, if you want to fight, you got to come across the street, because Earl Spence is not fighting on ESPN. Now, let's get into Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. We got 2 welterweights, 2 talented welterweights. We have one that's relentless. We got one that's not taking no for an answer. We got one that's young and ready to hit you with that left down the pipe. We got one that's heavy. We got one that's a welterweight, but he fits like a middleweight. That's Earl the True Spence Jr. Then on the other hand, we got Terrence Bud Crawford, switch hitter. I'm not talking about sexual wise. I'm talking about he can fight with his left and he can box with his right. He got great feet. He can move great. The fundamentals are great. I really believe that Earl Spence can beat Terrence Crawford. Many say I'm wrong, but Terrence Crawford is a little bit smaller than Earl Spence. Earl Spence will go to that body, and he's a great body puncher. Like they say, he's a body snatcher. He broke one guy eye socket. He hit a guy that's the first knockout I ever seen with a body shot. Now, I'm not saying there hasn't been one, but that was the first one I seen. So, therefore, but that's what I mean. We need unification fights. See, that's a great fight to be made. But when are we going to see the fight? Like I say, this country is not going to wait 5 years no more for great fights. The boxing fans will leave boxing again before we start making these good fights. The money's there now. Everybody got money now. There should be ain't no reason why nobody should have a fight, a damn good fight, upper echelon fight, an upper tier fight, no B level, no B level fighters. We talking about the top 10 contenders, the top 10 rated fighters in the world should be fighting at least every week. Do you know PBC got a budget of $125 million a year? And I damn sure know Top Rank got money. Oh, yes, they got money now. Don't think ESPN Plus, they make a good deal with their asses. And honorary evil Bob Arum, you know his ass is going to make a buck. But is he going to pass that buck on down to his fighters? Or he just going to keep half and give the other, you know, because he had a big problem, him and De La Hoya, with Al Heyman paying and taking care of his fighters like they should be. Why? Because Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman are like father and son. He set that tone. He set that bar so high that every fighter believes they should get paid. Every fighter out there think they worth more than what they are. So what that brings? Controversy. What that brings? No fights. What that brings? No unifications. So in a way, we could blame Floyd Mayweather, right? No, we can't. Floyd was smart. He went about it the smart way. What he did, he didn't have no promoter. He promoted his own self. But you got to back your shit up. And Floyd was able to back his shit up. That's right. Floyd said, I'm the best in the world. I'm the TBE. And you know what? He approved that. Well, in this era, he's the best ever. In my era, he's the best ever. He took up the shoulder roll. He perfected it. Now everybody's trying to do it, and they can't do it. They always get popped off. So, therefore, you got to back up your shit, then you get paid. Now, don't think Floyd came to Showtime. Showtime came to him and said, look, we're going to make you the most richest athlete ever. And that's what they did. And they set that bar so high. But that man was getting $35 million every 12 rounds. That's 3 minutes a round for 12 rounds. 12 times 3. You see what I'm saying? Then Floyd took it from there. But you got to know who schooled him. Yes, right. The same man. They got a deal with Showtime and a deal with Sports Network and a deal with Sports Fox Channel. Al Heyman, the Harvard graduate, the producer, the advisor, sometimes the promoter. Now, I wouldn't doubt what his mind working on now. So, therefore, Eddie Hearn gonna turn around and say that they should send him a fucking Christmas card? Are you fucking nuts? Have you lost your fucking mind? Dude. I'm not even, you know what? I'm not going to even go into that. Let me get back to Earl. Earl Spence, he's hungry. Yes, true enough, Terrence Crawford was pro before him. But we're only talking about a year or two. That's it. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter how long you've been pro. It's a better fighter and you're the weight. Okay? That's why it's fair in boxing. Because of the weight. So, anyway, basically, I just wanted to say that, I just want to get that out there. Sometimes you want to talk about boxing and, I haven't been doing this long, so I can't do no super chat like that. But I can talk to you this way, or I can do a video. But that's fine with me because I love boxing. So, anyway, that's all I'm saying. I'm KQKC Boxing Channel. Now, that's all I have for you right now. But I will see you on the next one. Now, if you like the content you just heard, I need your subscription. Yes, I do. And if you do subscribe to my channel, hit that icon bell. Once you hit the icon bell, you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. And also, you can hit that like button if you like the content of this video. Hell, hit the dislike button. At least I know that someone was listening. At least I know that someone get what I'm saying about the unification fights. Because we have enough money out there to have them. We need more of them. And I'm not talking about fighters jumping up 2 weight classes. I'm saying the IBF welterweight versus the WBC welterweights. Get them together and let them take home, one of them take home both belts. That's what I'm talking about. That's the unification fights I want to see. I want to see another Rigadow jump up all that weight class and this and that. I don't want to see that again. It's not, I don't think it's fair to the fighter to take a beat down like that, just trying to get a belt or whatever. So, therefore, this is KQKC. I'm going to catch you on the next video. And again, peace and love.